Owning rentals has been a popular way to build long-term wealth for years and years and years. People love the passive income and the stability that comes with that. And also with that comes some great financial freedom and flexibility. But to be successful, you not only have to choose your property wisely, but your success largely depends on the market. And in the old adage in real estate applies here: location, location, location. Hey y'all, I'm Mark Lemmons, a broker and team leader here in San Antonio, Texas. I help teach other realtors and team leaders how to grow and scale their business by creating systems and processes to automate their business and leverage their network and sphere of influence to build a successful real estate business. So let's talk about why location matters today. Landlord and tenant laws vary from state to state. It's important that you know the factors at play and how they could affect your real estate investment. Here are the things to determine whether or not a state is landlord-friendly, because trust me, you want to be in landlord-friendly states. First, you want to look at eviction procedures. Different states have different laws. Different states protect the landlord more than the tenant. Some protect the tenant more than the landlord. So if you're going to invest in a certain state, you want to know what the state says about that and what laws are in place. It's easy sometimes to evict a tenant if they're in breach of the contract when you're in a landlord-friendly state. You also want to look at city laws. Different cities have different laws in place, and you want to make sure that not only the state but also the county. For example, in some state laws determine rights for both the landlord and the tenant. And so it makes sense to have policies to protect both, but some states are much more favorable to the landlord, others more favorable to the tenant, which makes your investment more risky. You also want to look at rent control. Now, I don't really deal in states that have this a ton, so I'm not super familiar with it, but the idea basically is to control the rent in certain areas so that the landlords cannot raise the rents. So when taxes and utility costs go up, insurance goes up, your return on investment shrinks. So I want to stay away from those kind of locations. Registrations and licenses. Some states require landlords to obtain registration and license to operate their business. It can be great for training landlords on property management, but sometimes this increased costs is also time consuming. So you want to make sure to check those out and take those into consideration before making an investment. Of course, taxes and insurance. Different states have different tax rates. Some have a state income tax and lower property taxes. Some have no state income tax and higher property taxes. So you want to make sure you do your due diligence on that front to make sure you know what you're getting into and know what you can expect come tax time. So now that we understand some of those key factors that contribute to a successful real estate property investment, let's talk about the landlord-friendly states for 2022. It should come as no surprise that Texas is at the top of the list of landlord-friendly states. Texas has long been known in the real estate industry as a landlord-friendly state. The real estate market in Texas is vast and affordable compared nationally. So Texas tends to favor landlords and does not tolerate lease violations. Landlords almost always get the upper hand if a lease is violated or breached by the tenant. Texas makes it easy for you compared to get compensated and repossess the property if your tenant has violated the agreement. Georgia, also like Texas, favors landlords when it comes to issues like unpaid rent. It has no limit on rental fees or security deposits, allowing landlords to charge whatever the market bears or whatever they deem necessary. Their law also requires tenants to pay rent within 7 days of receiving an eviction notice. That's key. It's a fairly aggressive law, giving landlords the power to deal with issues very quickly. We also want to consider Kentucky. Next on the list is Kentucky. Because of their lenient eviction laws, landlords have a lot of security in their investment. There are no laws around limiting late fees, so landlords can charge as much as they want for a late payment. Their property tax is also low at 0.86. And so they also can give a 15-day notice. If it's not resolved, the landlord can evict. Arizona, another state that is very friendly to real estate investors. Their property tax is one of the lowest in the U.S. at 0.72, making Arizona a great option for investing. They also have a very aggressive eviction process to allow landlords 5 to 10 day notices to move forward with an eviction. Florida, the Sunshine State, always on this list. One of the highest populations of renters in the country for a reason. Their laws regarding evictions and lease violations heavily favor landlords. They don't have a limit on what you can charge for a security deposit. Like every other state on a list, they also have a low tax rate. Lastly, Alabama is a great state for rentals. They don't require a license to be a landlord. And similar to other states we've discussed, they have a no nonsense stance on evictions. They make the tenants pay or they get them out. Usually within 7 days, and they can get them out. So understanding which states favor landlords, and a lot of times it does fall on the blue state versus red state lines. You want to invest in red states, not blue states, because your investment is at risk. And so you want a return on your investment. So you want to invest where your money is going to be treated best. Money tends to flow where it is treated best. And so if you want to dial in your investment strategy, you also want to check out my video here regarding the BRRRR method. But just know that landlord-friendly states are where you want to put your money. So thanks so much for joining us today. Appreciate you checking out our video. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If you're interested in this video or others like it, we'd love for you to check out other videos we have. And if you're interested in partnering with me, with eXp Realty, I'd love for you to reach out to us through the marklemonsgroup.com, and we'd love to partner with you. We do have a lot of resources, videos, trainings, live Zoom calls multiple times a week to help you grow and scale your business. And so you can reach out to us. We also have a private Facebook page community called the Dream Team, and we'd love to make you a part of that as well. Thanks so much for joining us today on some landlord-friendly states, and we hope to catch you guys next time.